When Henry Ford boarded a train to Detroit, leaving behind his father's wealthy farm, he had almost no money in his pocket. Today, we dive into the wild years of the man who would build a billion-dollar empire, a time when he repaired watches at night just to pay rent and brutally smashed his own wall with an axe just to get his first car out. The story of sheer grit from an apprentice to a mastermind inventor begins now. Henry found a job as an apprentice at a railway car factory. He was making $2.5 a week, but his rent was $3.5. To avoid starvation, he took a night job fixing watches. He had learned the language of machines on the farm, but he mastered fine craftsmanship in that dark room, working with tiny clock gears. This incredible skill caught the attention of the ultimate tech giant, and Thomas Edison's company hired him as a chief engineer. He finally had money, but his mind was trapped by a wild dream, a carriage that could move without horses. The year was 1896. The moment his shift ended, Henry would lock himself in the tiny brick shed behind his house, working through the night for 2 straight years. Finally, at 4 a.m. on a dark June morning, his first car was finished, the quadricycle. A 2-cylinder monster built on 4 bicycle wheels. Henry got behind the wheel, but suddenly froze. The brilliant engineer had forgotten to calculate one simple thing. The car was wider than the shed door. Driven by pure excitement, he couldn't wait until morning. He drove his creation out into the pouring rain. For the first time, the streets of Detroit echoed with the roar of an internal combustion engine. Henry Ford had done it, but the biggest slap in the face was yet to come. Backed by wealthy investors, Henry founded his first company. However, his perfectionism delayed production for so long that the company ran out of money and went bankrupt. The industry quickly labeled him an unreliable, daydreaming mechanic. To rise from the ashes, he entered the most lethal business of the era, car racing. He designed a dangerous rocket-like race car named the 999 and got behind the wheel himself. Risking his life, he left every professional champion in the dust and finished first. This victory didn't bring him a fortune, but it won back his most valuable asset, his reputation. By 1903, Henry Ford was 40 years old. Behind him were 2 failed companies, bankruptcies, and a long list of doubters. At an age when most people would step aside and give up, he took his last shred of faith, made the move that changed human history forever, and founded the Ford Motor Company. But what lies ahead in our next episode? How did he discover the world-changing moving assembly line? And why did he shock the world by doubling his workers' wages? All of this and more will be in the final episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.